Hello, everyone. My name is Pierre Walters, and I want to thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and to enjoy this edition of Life Knocks with me. This is number 17 of our long-standing series, where I sort of sit down and just chat with you and say, hey, here's what I'm up to. Here's the goals that I've set for my life, the goals that I've set for this year, and really the goals I've even set for this week. And here's the progress I've made on these goals. Now, I'm not talking about stuff that I do specifically in business. I'm not talking about, I don't think you much care about whether I read the latest script on my desk, or whether or not I've taken the time to record voiceovers for another project, or whether or not I've mapped out a storyboard or had a shoot. I don't think you care about those details. What I think you do care about is, what am I doing to improve in my life, and what's working, and what might you be able to take from my journey and apply to your life so that you can achieve the kind of success that you are looking to achieve. So the first thing I want to do is, I always like to start with what's new, what's going on, what's new. And I don't because these editions of Life Knocks are not necessarily recorded at the time that you are actually listening to it, it's hard for me to tell you really what's new at the exact moment that you're actually watching. But I can tell you, as of right now, what's new is we are so excited because we're working really hard about our trip to Russia. That's going to be in March 2013. I have no idea where the money's going to come from. I have no clue where the support for this project is going to come from. But let me tell you something. We've got a solid team. We've got an incredible team. The last time I went to Russia, it was by myself. I went there to do research, I studied, I learned everything I needed to learn about how to mount a production, and now I'm taking a team, and my team is so excited, but we have no idea where this money is going to come from. But we're going to go, we're going to make it happen, and we're just going to work super hard to get the support that we need so we can go out there and tell these inspiring stories about how God is using people to make a difference in a territory like Russia. Okay. So that's one thing that's new. But the other thing that's new is that you may or may not know that we're working on a special film called Holy Day. And Holy Day is something that, came to me as a moment, as sort of a vision, I guess, from God, where he said, hey, Pierre, you need to go and make a film about what it means to have a holy day every week. What does that mean? And I guess I've always been wondering about it. I've always thought, well, what is the Sabbath? Because different people worship on different days. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, and so I worship on Sabbath on Saturday, which we believe to be Sabbath. Well, this is what we're taught. And certainly me personally, I'm just happy to worship God on whichever day. But I'm just glad that I feel comfortable worshiping him on Saturday, which to me is the seventh day of the week, and that's what he says in the Bible. This worship on the seventh day of the week. But you know what? Different people have different interpretations, and so I wanted to explore that. I wanted to find out from a unbiased perspective, a totally objective perspective, what does Holy Day mean for different people of different denominations, of different backgrounds, people that aren't Seventh-day Adventists, maybe people that are Jewish, people that are Baptist, people that are other forms of Christianity. And I just wanted to find out, what is Holy Day to them? And I think you'll be really surprised with what we've learned. Anyway, we're working on that film. It's in editing right now, and it's coming along, and I'm just really excited for that to be finished so that everybody can see it. But you got to go through the process. Another thing I'm really excited about, of course, is 562. The trailer for 562 is so incredible. I'm so proud of this film, and I cannot wait to report to you guys and to tell you which film festivals 562 will be showing in, and how you can see it and how you can support this incredible project. But for now, go to www.562film.com if you want to learn more information about that particular film. Okay. So that being said, what is this edition of Life Knocks about? Well, I want to talk to you about friendship. I want to talk to you about really the importance of surrounding yourself with quality friends. But even more than that, not just best friends, not just people you like to hang out with, but I think I'm talking about your sacred five. It's a term that I heard. I don't remember which speaker used it or coined it. But anyway, it's this idea that the 5 people closest to you, they don't have to actually be friends. They could be mentors, people you look up to, whatever. But the 5 people closest to you really do shape you. And those people you have got to be so selective with. You have got to be careful of who's in your top 5. I think what's really interesting is if you have a smartphone. I have an Android smartphone, and on my phone application, it'll tell me who are my top 5 or top 6 frequently called individuals. And this is something that aggregates differently depending on who I'm calling most frequently. So it's really interesting for me to see at different points in my life who is in my top 5 on my phone. And I think for you, if you take a moment and look at that, you're going to get a pretty good indication of who's in your top 5 as well. Who are the people that you spend the most time with? Who are the people that you spend the most time talking with or talking to? These people play a huge impact in your life, probably larger than you even expected. But you know what? If we take the time to build real relationships with the people in our top 5, we're going to discover something pretty amazing. And what is it? We're going to discover that is the secret to unlocking our true potential. I cannot tell you how many times my butt has been saved by my good friends, or not even my friends, just people that I communicate on a regular basis, people that are in my top 5. How many times they've gotten me out of sticky situations, out of hairy situations, out of situations I have no business being in, or situations I created for myself because of my own ignorance or my own sort of overzealousness in some degrees. These people are my sacred 5. They shape me. They inform me. They mold me. Their influence is something that is heavy in my life. And that's what I want you to take some time to consider for yourself. What do you believe is your true potential? Do you even have an idea of what your true potential is? You know, it's interesting because a lot of us don't. We know that somewhere inside of us we have that mystical true potential, but no one really knows. I mean, we don't really know what that actually is. Well, your true potential is something that you can really only tap into by taking the long way around, by exploring other options. And you need to do that. You have to do that. And you need to do it with people that you trust, people that are there for you. Okay? I remember I used to just absolutely only want to be an actor. That was the only thing that I wanted to do. Directing was not a place in my mind. I had no concept that it would ever be a director. It was always acting. And, I surrounded myself with actors, people who were trying to do the stuff that I was trying to do. But you know what? The attitude of everyone in my circle at that time was not healthy. It was very much competitive. It was very much, I got to look perfect. I got to have the perfect haircut, wear the perfect clothes, because you never know when a casting director is going to be walking down the street and is going to see you and is going to, make all your dreams come true. Da 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 da. That was my frame of mind. And I made so many poor decisions based off of that frame of mind. And it's not until recently, when Blue Artists began to sort of make really measurable growth, that I realized that, you know what? The people in my top 5, okay, are playing a really, really have a huge impact on the success of Blue Artists. And not just Blue Artists' success, but my personal and business growth and success as well. And what's interesting is it wasn't my friends. It wasn't people that I thought were my friends. It was business partners. It was clientele. It was mentors. I'm happy to say that one was even my wife, and she still is in my top 5, and that's a good thing. You'd be surprised how many people's significant others are not in their top 5. But anyway, these people have really, they have laid a footprint in my life, and it's because of them that I'm able to do what it is that I'm doing right now. Who's in your top 5? Who's in your top 5? Do you surround yourself with people that push you, that not just support you and encourage you, because that can be sort of unhealthy sometimes, because sometimes you do not need support. Sometimes you do not need encouragement. If you're making a wrong decision, if you're going down the wrong path in life, you don't need support to go down the wrong path. You need encouragement to continue walking in the wrong path. No, you need someone who's going to set you straight. Someone who's going to say, guess what? You're going down the wrong path. You need to wake up and get on the right path. You need someone who's got your back, not for now, but for tomorrow. And that's the kind of people that I have in my life. Who's in your life? Who's in your life? Do you have someone that's going to tell you when you're making the wrong decision? Do you have people, not one, not two, 3, 4, 5 people? Do you have 5 people that you can trust with the truth? You can trust to tell you, guess what? You set a goal this year and you did not accomplish it. Do you have people that can do that for you? You need people like that in your top 5. If you surround yourself with people that make you accountable for your actions, that make you accountable for your goals, for the things you want to achieve in life, then guess what? You are on the path to success. You are that much closer to unlocking your full potential. Okay? Something that I've been working on, that I've made as a personal goal for myself this year, was to become a better public speaker. Now, I'm not trying to suggest that I'm going to be out giving speeches or anything like that, but increasingly, as I've sort of embraced this new role in my life as a film director and as a producer, and really as a leader, which is something I never really saw myself as, but now that's the role that I'm in. I'm a leader. I have found myself in more and more situations and in more opportunities to speak publicly, to speak in front of large audiences, whether that might be a whole crew and actors, basically everybody on a set, or whether that be in a production meeting, or whether that be in a development meeting, or even at a pitch session, or even just motivational speaking in general, whatever. This is a situation I never saw myself in before, but now I'm in these situations, and I said, you know what? I need to get better at this. I don't want to get up in front of people and freeze, or not know what I'm going to say, or suddenly go blank. It was much easier when I was acting to be able to get in front of people and speak, because really, I was just reciting something that I had memorized in a script that somebody else wrote. But now, I've got to get up and I've got to present visions. I've got to present the mission statement for Blue Artist over and over and over and over again without fail. I've got to consistently deliver on the energy and the vision to get people inspired to do what they need to do to make a given production successful. And that's my role. That's my job. And I wanted to make sure that I was effective doing that. So I said in 2013, I want to make sure that I improve on my public speaking. I want to be a way, way better public speaker by the end of 2013 than I was beginning it. And that's one of the reasons why I am so dedicated to Life Knocks. That's one of the reasons why I'm so dedicated to the Blue Artist Live and the blogs we put up there. That's why I'm so dedicated to our live cast, just opportunities where I am able to sort of speak on some kind of platform, share my ideas, get comfortable articulating what's inside my head, how I feel about something, and sharing that in a way that is supportive, encouraging, but still clear and concise. This is something that I need to work on, and I am working on it. And this right here, Life Knocks number 17, what you're listening to, is one of the ways that I am using tools to help me to get better at a goal that I've set for myself. Another thing that I think is really very important is that I try to take the opportunity to get up in front of people at these production meetings or at these pitch sessions, whatever. I try to take that opportunity seriously to get up in front of people and not sort of BS my way through a presentation, but really have a planned out presentation and say, you know what, this is my vision and this is how we're going to accomplish it. And we need you. We need your support. That's something I want to get better at. And the bigger my ideas are, the more I have got to be able to master that skill of public speaking and presenting. And so I'm making that a major priority in 2013. What about you? What are you making a major priority in 2013? What are you working so hard for this year so that you can be overall a better person than you were when you started? And don't say something like losing weight. I mean, really, think big picture, not losing weight. I mean, let's talk about an actual skill. Okay, losing weight is not a skill. Exercise, I mean, it's arguable that's a skill, but I mean, let's talk about something like an actual, something tangible, something that has to do with your improvement on your habits, things like that. What makes you an effective person? What are you doing to become more effective in 2013? Join me and let's make 2013 a year where we're going to become better people, better leaders, and better friends. If you like what you see and you want to be a part of our ongoing conversation, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, please visit our daily blog at www.blue-artists.com.